But wonder, like these people who were convinced Trump is literally Hitler, he's going to round up people and put them in camps. He's going to go after his political opponents. Are they making plans to leave the country? Like, are they behaving?
I hope so.
As
they should.
Like, if they really
everybody
believe
would
that
be happier.
propaganda,
Maybe.
if you really believe this guy is going to behave like Hitler and oppress your demographic the way Hitler oppressed certain demographics, the rational thing to do would be to leave the country, right? Like, you're about to get gassed in a gas chamber.
If I thought that, I would for sure leave the country. I mean, I left Canada because of that, you know, like, and, you know, in a less extreme degree, but I was worried about persecution. Not being able to work. I was worried about my speech. I was worried about getting trapped there and jailed, or my bank account getting frozen. That hadn't happened yet when I left, but I sure made the right call. But if you literally believe that, why wouldn't you leave and immigrate to, I don't know, Canada or some other communist country?
I wonder how many actually will leave, where I think what I witnessed during the COVID repression in New Mexico is I watched many people leave to get to freedom for themselves and their kids. I witnessed so many functional, entrepreneurial, healthy families leave the state. Exactly the kind of people who make the economy function, who make a society strong. That's who was leaving in droves. And they left because of the tyranny and the fear that it would get worse. And they went to Texas and Florida. Even Colorado was exponentially better than New Mexico. Arizona, pretty much anywhere in the country except Oregon was better than New
Didn't
Mexico.
Jennifer Say leave California for Colorado?
Colorado, Jared.
So many people left California because of that. Left San Francisco, left LA.
Oh, so many people. And they actually walked their talk and left because of the tyranny. Where I'm interested to see if any of these liberals who were spouting fears about tyranny and Trump being just like Hitler will leave. Which, if you actually believe that, you're even, you're so foolish if you don't leave. Right? Like
I think that's actually a really good point, because I think that, people who were genuinely afraid of authoritarianism in America left those states and went to Texas or Florida. I know so many people who moved to Texas, and I know a lot of people who moved to Florida during COVID for exactly that reason. Like, it's just endless, the amount of Americans who I meet who did exactly that. And of course, I know a lot of people like me who left America and Canada for Mexico because they were afraid of the authoritarianism that was happening. So it just, this is a good point, because we'll see. And it really goes to show, you're not serious. You're full of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You're full of shit. You're not really scared. You just like to be hysterical, and you like to slander people who don't see things your way. And it's like the abusive men who pulled the suicide card. I'm gonna kill myself if you don't stay or you don't do what I want. They're emotionally abusive people.
And people point out, it's expensive to move and they can't move. But the majority, again, the only demographic group where Harris gained, like the Democrats gained voters and Trump lost voters, were people making over $100,000 a year. Those are the people who can afford to move.
Oh, yeah.
The people I know.
These are the people with money.
Yeah. The people spouting that propaganda, the propaganda channels telling people Trump was Hitler, are aimed at college-educated people who have more freedom to move than other people. Trump did well among the working class. So the people who are less likely to be able to financially move are not the people who think Trump is Hitler.
And they're the people who work online.
Yeah, that's true. They work online. Absolutely.
They're easier to move. Going to retail jobs or to work in a kitchen or at a factory, or, they're the people with the most freedom to move, as you say. And I bet that they won't, because they're not really scared. They're just lying.
And they just enjoy the misery and will enjoy continuing to think Trump is Hitler all through,
Yeah, they want to pretend they have problems that they don't have.
Yeah, right.
Because they're miserable. So maybe, I think they really are not happy people. And I think they like to invent reasons why they're not happy so that they don't have to be accountable and make changes in their lives that might make them happier, because then maybe they'd have to risk some of their financial security to go do something else or change their lifestyle or whatever. But so they invent reasons that they're not happy, like capitalism and racism and misogyny and the Republicans and I don't know, the abortion debate. So I think that they're probably actually really glad to have something to be hysterical about for the next 4 years, hopefully for longer than that.